Alright, guys, I'm so sorry about that. My wife called literally right as I started here. Let me announce we're going live again. That was funny. Perfect timing, huh? Let some people jump in here real quick. I'm sorry about that, guys. That was pretty good stuff there. Sorry about that. My wife called literally the second I hit stream. I'm like, here we go. Perfect timing. But the thing is it snowed very badly here yesterday in Minnesota, so I had to make sure she got to work all right. I didn't want to make sure she didn't crash. But we're going to cover all this stuff here, man. We got a lot to go over here, so I'm just going to let a couple people join. We're going to go over all this stuff. I mean, here's the problem with a lot of these guys. They like to nitpick stuff, but they like to not fucking say the important things down the road. So we're going to go ahead and cover everything. I want everyone to calm down. Today's been insane. It's been nothing but bots, nothing but brand new accounts all day attacking. It's been just freaking ridiculous. Good God. The YouTubers, Alpha, oh, this is, oh, God, the end of this, oh, my God. Like, Jesus Christ, people. Good grief. Trying to freak you out before Christmas. Guys, we're going to have a good Christmas. We're going to have a good one. I'll calm everyone down. This isn't the reverse split I was talking about, but I said a reverse split would be good. I don't know if he can do it. I would have done it on Ape. But at this point, maybe not. Maybe AMC is a better way to go about it. We're going to go over all this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead. Yeah, Al's just a moron, guys. This is what I'm talking about, everybody. Just these guys literally they thrive off everybody coming over to their channel. Dude, look at what he's saying. He's going nuts. It's over. We're going to go over all this stuff. I just don't think people understand stuff. Or what they do is they like to leave out key pieces, like right here. I don't know how this hasn't been talked about today, which we'll get into in a second, but this is probably the biggest part of the whole thing. And not one person's talking about it. It's like, okay. Alright, we got enough people in here. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to talk about Ape now. So, I'm sure you all have heard by now what's going on with Ape. If you haven't, I'm going to go ahead and send you this press release so you can go ahead and read more into it. I'm going to cover the key parts. Oh, God, the shields are out in full today, dude. Oh, God, of course I can't. It's too long. Well, okay, here you go. If you want to read this, go to Google, type in AMC Newsroom. It will be the #1 link. So Google that real quick, pull this up. Apparently it's too many letters. All right, so let's get into this. Ape came out. They ended up raising an additional $110 million today to pay down an additional $100 million in an exchange. Now, if you guys go ahead and read this, he wants to end up converting Ape over to AMC. He also wants to go ahead and at that point do a stock split 1 to 10. And at the same time, what this does, and this is the thing nobody seems to talk about for some reason, which blows my mind. If they do all this, and all this is effective, and we say yes, because of this, when you do a reverse split, it creates a new cusp ID. So, what this is doing, if adapted, AMC then would have the ability to issue, sorry, my dog just came in here now, to issue an additional company equity, as it currently has to issue additional Ape units. So, what this is doing now, let's go ahead and look over here real quick. So, Ape is a 1 to 1. What this will do, what is there? I don't know. He sold whatever. How many? Let's say I honestly don't know the number off the top of my head. I don't care. We're just gonna do round numbers. Let's say there's 700 million Ape. Okay, he's gonna convert this over. You're at like what? 1.2, whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna get into everything. You're at 1.2 billion. Now he's going to go ahead and do the reverse split. There's now 120 million for the float, okay? Now what happens? Your price, you have the Ape price, will now go back into AMC. So this should go back to like $6.40, blah, 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 if it happened today. Now, by doing this split, what you're going to do is create this. You will lower the float, and this will create the value over here. What this is now going to do is $64 a share. Okay? Now, let me show you guys why this is good. With this sentence that nobody seems to talk about, this now gives AMC the ability, after doing all of these conversions, to issue more common equity. So, if that common equity now is valued at $64, you remember when we all told him, no, we don't want you to raise the float. We're going to get into the shorts and all that in a second, so just everybody relax. I'm going to get into all that in a minute. We don't want you to destroy the float and raise it and put all these shares out and do all this stuff, blah, 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 okay? Now, with this, giving him the ability to issue additional common equity, he now has the ability to say, hey, fuck it. If you guys want to go ahead and destroy Ape, what we're going to now do is raise our common stock up to 64 bucks. Now, we're getting to, I see it in the chat and everyone talking about reverse splits, Bob passed. We're going to get into all that in a minute. I'm not going to hear it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to cover my chat for a little bit because I'm just going to explain this. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it off topic. Now, let's say you're Adam Aaron now. You look over and say, all right, Ape didn't work. But in the same time, we raised an additional $300 million. It did what it was supposed to do, just not at the level that I needed it to do. Like I said, do I think Adam Aaron did Ape correctly? No. People have talked about maybe the 90-day. I haven't found anything to support the 90-day. Maybe it is out there. Maybe it's not. Maybe Adam Aaron thought Ape would go back up. Maybe he thought it was 10 wasn't the all-time high. Maybe they just, and he sat there for a little longer, and then it kept going down and down. He's like, I can't. And then he got to the point where he's like, all right, fuck it. It's too, obviously the shorts won. Matt Coors and his fucking gang of fucking shills convinced people to fucking maybe sell some Ape because they're fucking clowns and listen to dipshits. Who knows what happened? They shorted more. The first day, I want you guys to understand something with Ape. The first day Ape came out, there was 43 million FTDs. That was 1/3 of the entire volume. 1/3 of the entire volume of the day Ape was released was an FTD. They shut off the buy button across the entire world. You could only get in America. And then they were shorting the fuck out of it, like I said to everybody. They were going to short the hell out of Ape. But why? Because if Ape succeeds, that means AMC succeeds. Because the purpose of Ape was to raise capital to pay down their debt. So the way they looked at it is, if Ape succeeds, AMC does. I need to kill Ape. So all the hedge funds were going straight after Ape, as we know. Now, let's say Adam Aaron does this split. Let's say you say yes to both of them. Let's say that now gives him this ability. Because you're now under a new cusp ID with this new reverse split. You now have this additional ability for him to issue common equity because we said no. Well, now he can do it anyways. If you're at $64 a share, he only needs to issue $80 million. Not even. And guess what? Your entire fucking debt is gone. White. It's gone. Just like that. Now your float's at $200 million. You are now debt-free. We're going to get into the shorts in a second, so everyone calm the fuck down. We're going to get into all of that in a second, so just relax. But this is what you can do with these conversions. He tried to do this other way. It didn't work. They went ahead and attacked it and killed it the fuck off. So he's now trying to return your value in this way. Let's return it back. Let's do a stock split. And now give me the ability to do what you fucking wouldn't do before. Because you guys don't understand this shit. You follow Matt Coors and these morons off a fucking cliff. And AMC needs to raise capital to kill the fucking short thesis. A short thesis is I'm betting a fucking company is going to go fundamentally under. Getting them out of debt makes that not gonna happen. You kill the thesis. That the fact people don't understand that, it just blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind. All people should be focusing on right now is not the stock price, is making AMC as fundamentally fucking strong as you can. Now back to this. Now, all these people crybabying. Let's go over into the shorts quick before I get into this other stuff. And then I'll get into questions at the end. I know all this stuff. I know everything. Trust me. I have been hit for the last 12 fucking hours straight since this has been announced. Non-stop with a million questions. Trust me. I know what you guys are going to ask. And I'll get into them, all of them right now. But, alright. Short positions. Everybody's sitting there talking right now about, oh, it's going to kill the short, blah, blah, blah. Now they're going to go ahead and buy all this shit up and get all these voting rights and convert over and blah, blah, blah. Okay. When AMC and APE were issued, all the same holders got the dividends in the stocks. Okay? So, retail still held most of AMC. Guess what? They held most of APE. We held it all. Them buying what they sold out still isn't going to be enough to overtake all of our positionings. Now, here's the thing that people don't get with shorts. If I short a stock, I don't suddenly, with my short position, gain voting rights. I don't. I don't suddenly go, oh, fuck, I have one share or one short here, and then if I buy one more share, I now have 2 votes. That is, I mean, people keep saying that. That is the most common thing I hear all day. Well, now that they bought the 200 million or whatever went out. Well, first of all, who even knows? How many of you guys know that this company's shorting AMC? Antra Capital. How many of you guys know that they're necessarily shorting AMC? How do you know that? You have no idea. It's just people saying, well, look, these shorts got these shares now. How the fuck do you know? Maybe they looked at what I just told you. Okay, now listen to me. If I am a fucking other company, and I'm sorry I'm swearing because I have been dealing with, God, people all day, man. I am beyond frustrated with, I should have just logged off Twitter right away after that space call with Peter Hahn. If you're these other companies, okay? One second, I just need to take a second here. Maybe hit this one. Getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated, man. I'm getting really frustrated with these shills. And then, I mean, like I said, these guys don't understand this stuff. And then they instantly go fucking crazy. Now, if you're this other company, okay? You're Antra Capital. And all of a sudden, Adam Aaron comes up to you and says, hey, I have a deal for you that you can make a lot of money on. I will go ahead and I will give you APE, and as you guys can come see, they also did an exchange for APE for $100 million. Now, if you're doing this exchange, they can say, hey, to get you guys a ton of money and make this deal profitable for you, just like this was for us. If we vote on these things, because if you guys look, I'll get into this in a second. If you guys look, Adam Aaron just said, this is a good deal if we do it this way. If both of these pass and we can raise this capital now that we can't currently raise because the shareholders said no, we can raise it now at a lot better rate than we could have before. And if they understand that and see what we're doing here and go, okay, if we can raise it at $64 now, think about that. With this here, we're giving them the ability now to do a raised stock, issue equity at 64. Even if they short it down, who gives a fuck? Let's say he issues it at 50. Oh no. He now issued only 100 million shares at $50 fucking dollars. AMC's out of debt. That is not enough for shorts to cover. It's not. And their entire thesis just got fucked in the ass. And also now I'm Adam Aaron, and I showed them this. I showed this company that, and I say, hey, we can get you guys in at 69 cents. We can get you in at bottom dollar. And now that stock that you suddenly own, that went up to $64 after the conversion, is now worth fucking 100 because we're debt fucking free. And our float is cut in fucking a third. We cut our float in a third. We raised enough capital to fucking destroy debt. Like I said, Adam Aaron's playing chess. If these cocksuckers want to keep moving pieces, He needs to stop saying checkmate, and he needs to say check. He has a checkmate, but they keep fucking moving one more time. They cheat and take one more space. But Adam Aaron says, go fuck yourself, douchebags. I'm gonna take one more. Checkmate again, bitch. People do not sit there and look at the fucking long term. They read this. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the fucking key to it all right after. Being able to raise money at a level that they could have never raised it at before. And now, giving shareholders that fucking value. And now think about it this way. Now let's get into the shorts before we get into all this stuff. Now, okay, let's look at a shorts point of view right now, okay? Let's look at a shorts point of view. You're fucked in the ass. Why? The cost to borrow right now for AMC is at 50%. All you DRS lovers, all you guys right now that love DRS, you should be fucking doing hand jobs over this stuff. Just fapping over this shit. Are you kidding me? If the float is 100 million or 200 million, guess how much easier that is to DRS than 500 and fucking the float now, plus whatever they do with conversion rates. You have idiots going, let's convert APE to AMC, but say no to the 10-to-1 split. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. This is all a process, and it all goes together, and each is a fucking key component. You need each fucking thing to go through, and you need this ability that they don't fucking have right now to issue that fucking capital that you guys said no to. So now you're this company. It's not because I'm shorting you. It's because I see a fucking business opportunity at getting at literally the bottom barrel, 68 fucking cents. And if all goes according to plan, now I have shares worth that? How much money did they just make? That's a fuck ton of money they just made. That could be a reason they do it. It doesn't always necessarily need to be, oh, it's shorts buying up shorts and covering. Sometimes it's just a good business move. So for all those fucking guys talking about that, now, all those people again about the covering, having the voting power over us, they now need to go buy a share to cover that short position they have to get that voting rights there. So now it's just equaled out. They still don't have the fucking voting right because they just technically covered that position. Now they need to go buy a fucking stock to technically go long or to hedge to gain that voting right. This is what I'm saying, you guys. Like, everybody's sitting there, oh man, they're going to take over and do all this shit, gain vote power with all this stuff. This kills the fucking shorts. Now let's get into shorting. Now, let's get into past stock splits and all this other shit. And the shorts and AMC and the difference. Because this all is... You guys are literally, as Boss Blunts put it, you see a piece of steak there, and then you see an apple. And you're trying to compare the two because they're both food. Well, they're both a reverse split. I don't give a fuck. They're in such different situations, it's not even funny. One, you had a company going private. Other ones, you have companies, oh, look at all the ones in the past. Yeah, because the ones in the past are having struggles. The ones in the past are about to be delisted. So it's a last-ditch attempt effort to raise it and get back above this. This is a completely different fucking situation with AMC. AMC can look at it and go, all right, compared to these other companies, if we do this, if we do our reverse split, we now gain that instant value on one individual stock. On the new stuff, we can go ahead and issue. So now it's $50 for one. That's insane. And that's if they short it to 50. Fuck, they can raise 64, 60, 55. And all of a sudden, like I said, in another move, Adam Aaron lowered the float from the day you guys bought it by a third. All these people that are sitting there, well, my shares are more expensive. Well, good. You should have been buying when all this shit was fucking lower. And we've been telling you to, instead of fucking complaining about it. But guess what? When he can issue this shit now at $64, $60, do what you wouldn't let him do before. He literally can take Billy, right the fuck out the hospital. He's not only going to go ahead and fuck the doctors up surrounding Billy, he's coming in with a fucking machine gun, dude. He's fucking mowing them down. And then he's collecting their paper. And he doesn't give a shit that it's illegal. Because guess what? All these fucktards are doing it too. But obviously nothing Adam Aaron's doing is illegal. All these fucking other people are just criminal shorts. But like I said, everybody looks so fucking narrow-sighted, so short-sighted. Oh my fucking god. I got 4,000 fucking AMC shares. Now I only have 400. Oh my god. Okay, do you think a Tesla owner bitches that he only has 400 shares? They're worth 10 times the value. Who gives a fuck? For shorts. Now let's get into the shorts again. Now, for a short, to take a new one out, it's 50% at 50 bucks. 60 bucks. $64. Cost to borrow. It's going to be harder for them to do it. For them to find shares because the float is way fucking smaller. There's going to be less shares out there to borrow. The cost to borrow should go up. So shorting is not going to be like it was with these other companies where they're going, who gave a fuck? They did a stock split and it went up to $2, $3. Who gives a fuck? That's nothing for them to short those right back down. But when it goes up to 64 at 50, 60%, that's an expensive fucking short position. Now, instead of them going like they've been doing, okay, let's look at it this way. What have they been doing? They keep on doing a small amount. Where the fuck is this? They'll do small amounts of covering, right? They'll do small amounts of covering along the way. Small amounts. Why? Because they can go ahead and do $100, and it's so cheap they can go ahead and fill 30 positions. 30 shorts, 40 shorts, and that looks better. Now, please, baby. Give me that lighter, bud. Sorry, my dog had my lighter. He was like, what is he chewing on? Don't want it to like blow up in his mouth or nothing. So now, for them to go ahead and cover one individual position, it's not like they can go out and go, hey, here's $100. Now let me cover 30. No, they get to cover one, cover two. So all those people sitting there going, oh my God, no. The value of their short position remains the same. But technically, with all of this way, it should be harder to find those shares. There's not as many out there. And on top of that, retail is already holding the majority of those shares. Now, on top of that, since the float is so much smaller, and and like I said, they can now pay the fucking debt off. Now, the float is so much smaller. When we're holding these shares, so when it does squeeze, guess what? Your numbers will be way fucking higher because there's less shares to find. Your volatility during a squeeze will be higher because there's less people selling, there's less shares out there. It'll be a lot more volatile. You guys are literally throwing common sense in the stock market all out the window because of, one YouTuber said a reverse split is horrible. Oh my God. Yeah, he also didn't mention the fact that they can now pay off the debt issuing fucking 80 million shares and destroy the float in a third. Because he's a fucking shill that FTX. Matt Kors works for me, Kevin. What the fuck more do I need to show you guys? I showed you his fucking badge. He works for me, Kevin, who owns an AMC ETF. He is the enemy. And people go, oh my God, he told me to sell Ape. Of fucking course he did. Of course he did. He makes money when you sell Ape. He's a piece of shit. I want to meet Matt Kors and choke the fucker. I hate that kid. He sold all of you out and doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. And then they sit there and Ape, like I told you the day it happened, if Ape succeeds, AMC succeeds. And what's the cocksucker do? Let's all bash let's bash Ape. Let's fuck up the way that they can fucking do it all. Okay, here you go. Here's to appease everybody. I'll lower the fucking float. I'll pay the fucking debt off by barely issuing any fucking shares. I'll give myself the ability that you guys wouldn't fucking give me before. And Billy can finally walk the fuck out the hospital, and after 2 years, we can finally stick it up his short's ass and tell him to fuck themselves. And then guess what? After we do that in 2023, popcorn's on shelves. Oh, credit cards are out. Oh, you mean AMC will be profitable next year? And now this gives them the ability to pay off fucking debt? And destroy their fucking debt completely? At a super, super positive cost, which is now adding value to the stock for the shareholders? Oh, what a fucking dumbass, Adam Aaron. God, you're such a moron. Again, it's a lot more expensive for shorts to cover. Way more for them to open more new positions. This is way different than all these other stock splits that are suddenly going down to fucking $10 or $1, $3, 50 cents, back up to $1.20. This isn't like that bullshit, guys. God, I've been just dealing with fucks all day, dude. I knew when I was like, dude, I was at work dealing with fucks. And I was just crabby. Like, I even had my door shut for the first time. I never shut my office door. People got to me today. So this video, I'm kind of fucking pissed off. But I'm just so sick of stupid fucks leading everyone off a cliff. Everything's bad. It's bad if you make a smaller float. Oh, it's bad if you raise the float. Okay, fucktards. All you fucking retards out there, all you YouTubers. It's bad if I lower the float. Okay, it's bad if I raise the float. It's bad if you raise capital. Fundamentals don't matter. In what fucking world are we living in? That these are the people they're listening to. Fundamentals don't matter. A lower float's a bad thing. Him having the ability to issue new equity at $64. What a fucking bad idea. Fuck. When back in the day, every one of you cried, why didn't he issue it at $64? Well, now he fucking can. But now you have everybody, say no. Fuck off. Read a goddamn book. Stop following the same fucks off the same cliff. You've done it for 2 years. Fuck them. Lou was an idiot. How are you guys still bringing up Lou? How is Al from Boston's name ever mentioned in my channel? Ever. I don't fucking care. They're morons. They're the dumbest fucks I've ever heard in my life. Or they know what they're talking about and decided to get paid off and go to the other side. And they literally work for Meet Kevin. Shit, it literally blows my fucking mind. And these are the same guys that are, they don't get views. Why? They told you themselves, I'm not doing DD anymore. The DD's done. The DD's done. Me and my fucking 8 boyfriends got together and we started giving each other hand jobs. You remember their little song? With the best friend. Dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. What in the fuck was that? And then the next day, me and Astro and Trey are best friends. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck, dude. You're also all sellouts. Don't forget that part. Like I said, I'm heated today, man. I'm just sick and tired of fucking the uneducation wiping through, and that's what catches fire. It's not any of this shit. It's not any common sense. It's Al from Boston says it's bad. Okay, Al from Boston also sends girls his pictures of his dick, and they don't ask for it. They don't ask for it. And then when it happens and he gets called out on it, he deletes his fucking Twitter for 2.5 months. People just seem to forget this shit. And every one of you guys that sit there and text me, phase 6? If you don't know what 36912 is, and you ask me phase 6, you're a fucking retarded handicap. Stick it up your ass and fuck off and read a book. I am so done with, what happened to phase 6? For 2 years I've been saying 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. you are going to see shit happen harder and harder and harder. And from this point, I don't think they can last. Is it this point yet? No. So my phase 6 hasn't fucking started yet because, again, grandfathered contracts. Grandfathered contracts. If you don't know what I'm talking about with grandfathered contracts, if you don't know what phase 6 does, if you can't come up to me and have a discussion and say, this is what phase 6 did and this is how it failed, stick it up your ass. I'm done having conversations with you. If you don't know what something is, don't complain about it. And then when I text you this back, you go, what the fuck does that mean? Conversation's done. Sorry, dude. I'm fucking heated, man. It's been like 6 hours. Literally. Like I said, if you don't understand this stuff, how many of these guys have done anything in companies, businesses, ran them? None of them. How many of these people that you guys are worshiping were even in stocks before this? How many, if you've been following my channel, I have literally been preparing you for every step of this. I have called out every single step of this. If you followed my channel and you woke up today and saw the reverse split, you instantly were like, sweet, Bigums was right. And then all these fucktards want to leave this part out. AMC would have the ability to issue additional common equity as it currently has to issue additional APE units. So, he could literally now issue 80 million at 60 again. I'm going to say this again, at 64 bucks. And now, you have a 200 million float. AMC is debt-free. And that now each one of your shares, you now have Tesla shares. He literally just turned your fucking... He turned your company into Tesla like that. I'm talking about share price wise. Everyone's like, oh my, no. I'm talking share price wise, okay? I'm not talking fucking, oh my god. Obviously, I know they're not this fucking multi-billion. You know what I'm saying. Suddenly, Tesla prices are like 114. AMC could suddenly be at 100 because they're suddenly debt fucking free. And the float is twice, no, like I said, 1/3 of what it was before the day you invested in it. If you have a YouTuber and they leave this line out, unfollow them right fucking now. They're too fucking stupid to read. If you can't read everything all the way through, they literally put this together. Here is the process. Now watch this. This is what I left out earlier. Okay. Here's Adam Aaron. AMC, blah, blah, blah. Wait, where is it? Hold the fuck on. I think it's just one line I want to read you guys. Here you go. Here it is. Okay. The existence of APE has been achieving exactly their intended purpose. Blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing. Everybody's going to say, I get it. And yes, you're correct. He should have issued it quicker. Maybe he sat there and prayed it would go back up. Maybe it dropped to a price where he goes, I can't issue it yet. They'll get pissed. I don't know what the fuck went wrong. Obviously, it didn't go right. But here's a way to correct it. Now, authorizing this so we can go ahead and switch it over. By doing this, you get a... Alright, now son, by doing this, you now have the float. Now by doing this, you just massively increase the float and 10 times it. By doing this, you get a new cusp ID. By doing that, you now give me the ability under the new cusp ID to issue equity that I can't fucking do. Because they told me no. But I can do it now at a price where how the fuck could they tell me no? Think about it this way. Like I said, you already see the short positions. It's already harder to cover it. It's harder to cover each individual short position. I just showed you it. Because the starting cost is higher. The cost to borrow now on that starting price is fucking 10 times what it was before. So shorting it's not like these other ones where it's, oh, it went up to $3. Who gives a fuck? This went up to 64 bucks at 50 fucking %. And then the float actually went down. So now this 50% might be 70. All you DRSers, once again, A lower float is a lot easier to lock up. A lot easier to lock up. Now, let's say this happens the way I just said it. Let's say AMC goes up to 200 million float because he issued 80 million at $64. Everything went perfect. Everything went according to plan. And now you have AMC debt-free. You have a float of 200 million. When you bought it, you were able to buy it at a low number. So you were able to acquire shares at a very low price to get a high number of shares. So when it finally does the reverse split and it gets to a price where it's harder to buy those shares, you have a lot of them. You already start out with a lot of them. And now when it gains that massive value, because again, now it's debt-free, they're now the #1 movie chain. They now in 2000 and... Where's my thing? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. We're going to keep going. They now have popcorn on shelves. Because this is coming in like a couple months. They now have popcorn, which is at an 80 to 86% profit. So every bag of popcorn is basically a donation to AMC. They'll have the credit cards. They've closed down a ton of shitty performing theaters. And here's the thing. When you have a ton of theaters, it's not always necessarily good. Yeah, you can go ahead and say, we're the #1 movie theater. But yeah, and that's cool and that's good. And that's, you know, gives you a little more prestige. Maybe, you know, gives you a little better reputation. But other than that, if it's blowing you money, you're paying for that reputation. Well, we don't have money to pay for that reputation right now. So getting rid of these shitty performing theaters and buying new ones, which is one of the things that they did with this, is they went ahead and they bought a theater in Boston. And if you guys look at the theater that they bought in Boston, I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. It was like the Archlight. I thought it was the Starlight, but yeah, the Archlight. This theater here, like I said, I don't live out there, but Mastalorian, he does YouTube with Tony DeNaro quite a bit, and you know he lives in that area, and he told me, you know, there's no other theaters around this. There's no competition for this theater, so this will be a super profitable theater. So at this point now, like I said, you got to look at the overall big picture now. Okay, so now from the moment you invested in AMC to today, this is stuff that if all of us go ahead and say yes, and then he does this ability right here, and then you go ahead and he issues it like I'm saying, everybody that goes, why didn't he issue it on Ape? I'm going to explain that to you right now. That's the other #1 question I've been asked. I wish they would just start a new fucking... I need to just buy this stupid thing. Alright. Why Ape? Or I'm sorry. Why AMC and not Ape? Why didn't Adam Aaron reverse split Ape instead of AMC? Sorry, I don't know why I wrote it that way. Now think about it logically. Think about it business-wise. Think about what I just went over with you guys. All right, I'm Adam Aaron. I can go ahead and I can reverse split fucking Ape, okay? Well, guess what? That means I'm going to 77 cents, so I can get it up to $7 and $7.70. Or I could do what I'm doing to AMC. I can lower the living fuck out of the float. I can now get it up to $64, and I can issue 80 million and pay my entire float off and then some. That's why. Because business-wise, logic-wise, and for their investor-wise, this makes a lot more sense. you would do it with AMC at this point because of the value that you can suddenly get with the new equity that you're able to issue. That's why. Because I can pay off debt in a way I could have never paid it off. I can demolish it. Like that. 80 million shares can be bought in one day. That can be bought in one day. That can be bought by one company. Now, I hope you've watched this entire video all the way through. I feel a lot better. I got it all out. I'm going to now move my stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about and read chat. Nothing but questions. We're going nothing but questions now. Let's go. Everybody, hit me with what you got. Hit me with your concerns. Tell me where I am wrong. Tell me what is incorrect about what I went over. If I'm wrong, I always love to learn. I think AA just fucking destroyed them. I think that AA, every goddamn time when AA says checkmate, he truly believes it's over. AA thought Ape would be able to raise enough money to pay down debt, to finish off debt. And then they went ahead and they destroyed it and they shorted it to death. They did 43 million FTDs in the first day. They did everything they could to make sure Ape didn't happen. They went over to your favorite YouTubers. And they told your YouTubers, I'll pay you money to make everybody sell Ape. Because they're so fucking stupid. They didn't see the big picture. They did everything they could do to destroy Ape. Because this is what would have killed them. Destroyed their short thesis. And actually won it for us. Fuck yeah, I love all you guys. Dude, I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not, dude. I am in this shit with every fucking one of you until the day this shit stops. And when the day this shit stops, I'm gonna fucking retire with what I have. I'm gonna open up a puppy farm. And all day long, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking find people that are actually giving a shit about this country. And those are the people I'm gonna fucking bring up, support, use my voice, my power to help. Fuck this corruption, man. Like I said, I got a family, I got people I got to worry about down the line, and I'm not leaving them this world that's a fucking pile of shit. And every one of you guys, man, fuck. You guys have held shit, you've gone through shit with me emotionally that probably has been one of the hardest things in your lives. And fuck, dude, if there's not a connection at that point, that sucks, because I feel one. But like I said, we got to say yes to all this. This part right here is the key. And if they don't say it, don't fucking follow them. Unsubscribe right then and there. Because they're too fucking stupid to read. I think this will go through. I think if everybody's listening, everybody that understands now what I went through, shares it. Share this shit, you guys. I'm going to go on Tony DeNaro here in a minute. And I'm going to fucking make sure everybody listens and understands what's going on. I need to, for the first time ever, I'm going to go on as many fucking YouTubes as I can. And I'm going to get people to understand what's going on. We need people to understand this time. We cannot keep fucking throwing away the tools. I mean, look at this, you guys. Listen to me right now. If you don't think Adam Aaron is in it, he's literally, again, giving us away that if you say yes, we'll fucking end it. Just say fucking yes. On top of that, what's he doing? Credit cards. Why? Why is he doing credit cards? There's 930 billion. One, it's a massive, massive source of revenue, but also it fucks the banks. He went with a non-ISDA bank. He did a non-ISDA bank credit card for a fucking reason. They're not an ISDA. If he didn't give a fuck about all this shit, he would have went with Chase or Visa or an ISDA type bank, but he told them all to stick it up their ass. He's giving us fucking tools, I'm telling you. He's attacking it in a different fucking way. And if we say yes, and if the share value goes up to 64, and he only has to issue this, I promise, I can't say I promise you, because, well, I can. Because I can. I promise you, if he does that at 64 and he does everything I just said and he pays that debt off, you will have shares at these fucking prices. You will. What can I say? If I'm fucking Yahoo, what can I say if I'm Gasparino? If you guys just paid the debt off, what can I say? What bashing articles can I come out and say? There's nothing left. Man, AMC sucks. They fucking paid their entire fucking debt off at a reduced rate. They have over 1.3 billion in cash. What a shitty fucking company. They're now cash flow positive. They now got credit cards. Look at where they can be if you guys say yes. And Adam Aaron does this right. I already showed you. This does not fucking help the shorts in any way. Because every one position of AMC that is shorted under the new cusp ID. And I'm going to clear something up right now. This is where everybody was wrong. About shorts having to cover. Think of Fidelity. They came out and they said when the shorts come out, what they're going to do is go to a 1-to-1 position on APE to AMC shorts. Buddy, please. All right, sorry. My puppy was grabbing something. What the hell was I talking about? I was eating my shoes. It's crazy. What the hell was I talking about? Can't remember what I was talking about. Fuck. I'm gonna wait for chat to tell me what the hell I was just talking about. Sorry, guys. I'm high. But again, I can't remember what I was talking about. But again, like I said, over here. No, can't remember what the fuck I was talking about. Oh yeah, them closing short positions, right? Yeah, man, smoking a little too much, bro. People are getting me flustered, dude. I can't believe how much people don't fucking understand this stuff. And everybody goes to them and goes, why did we get ran off a cliff? Because you listened to a moron say, come in my car with me and watch me drive off a cliff. That's why. All of this is good. We need this. Like I said, everyone that wants to shill out and say that this is automatically a company that's short. No, they're not. This is a company getting in at the bottom dollar that she sees them being able to pay off debt and jump the fuck up. Again, checkmate. There's always going to be that way. This is key. He continuously keeps giving them ways to raise fucking capital. And that's what they need to do to win this shit. I said that everybody that's talking about getting the short positions, helping the shorts. How does it help the shorts when there's less shorts available, when the cost of borrow will continuously go up and is already higher than it was ever, and on top of that, the starting base fucking price is at $64. It's way more expensive for them now to short. It's way more expensive for them to continuously short it if we say yes to all this. They're either going to have to fucking cover before all this shit happens, or they're going to look over and go, well, fuck. They now paid off the debt. It's now $100 starting, and that's just to close out one position. Like I said, everybody complaining about the number of their short positions going down. The value of those short positions goes up. So it's harder for them to close out one short position at $50 because it's no longer $3, $6, $7 where they can close out multiple. It does not help them. It doesn't. And for them to short it back down like everyone's saying. Like I said, it's going to cost them way more than it ever has to short the price down, compared to these other reverse stock splits that when they reverse split, it only went to $3. It didn't go to 64 at a 50% borrow rate. It went to 3 at a fucking 6% borrow rate. And people wonder how they were able to short them back down. Cosms, great example. They also halted them continuously. All the way down, no one could buy. You had a stock get delisted. We're not getting delisted. We're getting more valuable per share for this equity. This is huge. Like I said, just think about it this way. If AMC had a $200 million float, or a 200 million share float, they just raised $5.4 million, paid their debt off, and was $100 a share, would you feel more comfortable buying it, or would you feel more comfortable buying it back in the day that you bought it 2 years ago? Does it not sound like that stock is in a better position? Does it not look more appealing to other investors? Hey, this AMC stock only has 200 million shares. They have no debt. They're debt-free with 200 million float. That's a pretty fucking good company. That's a good investment. Hey, they're now getting credit cards and popcorn on the shelf. They're now getting Netflix, Disney. Think about this, you guys. That's rivals. That's competitors. They're now going to start streaming movies in your theater next year. Because you beat them. You fucking beat them. So now your competitors are coming to you. They weren't coming to you 2 years ago. Now they are. You have all this positivity surrounding AMC. We need to say yes. Stop listening to dumb fucks. This line is key, and I'm going to say it over. This is your fucking plan. Now, on top of that, I forgot to say the line again that I wanted to say. Look, Adam Aaron wanted to do what he wanted to do with Ape, and it didn't work out. And one of the things he said is, I don't believe we were, with the way this was structured, I don't believe we were, so open and so transparent with what we wanted to do. So what we want to do going forward is, if you look right here, is we think that it's in, to go ahead, they see it, he sees that people are abusing Ape, so he says, I believe it's in the best interest of our shareholders to simplify our capital structure. Okay, well, if you're going to simplify your capital structure, how do you do that? You go ahead, you fucking convert everything back over so you get all of your value back into AMC from Ape. What is remaining, now I know everyone's going to go, we didn't get all of our value back. Well, you got all your remaining value back. You got a new cusp ID with the reverse split. You also got the ability to raise capital on that new cusp ID at a price of $64 that you did not. This is what you paid for. You paid for the new ability to raise capital at a price you could have never done at before. You paid for the ability to have a float of 200 million when you couldn't have done that before. That's where your value will come back that you lost. Everybody that says no to the reverse split, you're an idiot. Every one of you that says no to the reverse split, you're literally hurting the movement and you're hurting the company. And it's just like before when you said no, we're not giving you the shares. Go ahead and say no fucking again. See how far AMC is. See how far the squeeze goes when you keep listening to idiots saying no. See how far it goes when you keep listening to Matt Core's fucking, oh my God, sell your apes. Like I said, good God, dude. Those YouTubers are the reason we are where we are. Because instead of giving you guys the answers, which I gave them repeatedly, bank runs, getting your credit cards paid off, getting the bank's collaterals gone. Why? Because they're the lenders to the hedge funds. They're the DTCC. They're the ones that are giving the passes to the market makers. So you say, hey, If you're at the top of the fucking pyramid, I'm gonna go, hey, how do I bring the pyramid down? How do I bring the system down? I cut the fucking head of the snake off. I'm not even gonna go for the market maker. I don't give a fuck about family offices. I don't care about brokers. I don't give a fuck about exchanges. I don't give a fuck about payment for order flow. No. You know what I'm going for? I'm going for the fucking banks. I'm going for the head of the snake. Cut that fucker off, because when you break the rest of it, it's a fucking reptile. The rest of the body can grow back in a new form. You cut the fucking head off, you kill the beast. Fuck the banks. You do bank runs. You get the fuck out of them. If you, like I said, I don't give a shit if you have $5. Get the fuck out of them. That's $5 in the dark market that they can rehypothecate. Your $5 is now $5,000. Your $5 has been rehypothecated 100 times. It can be over leveraged up to 100 times with rehypothecation. Your $5, your $10, your $100 is now 100,000. It's a big fucking deal. Every penny is a big deal. I'm telling you, it all fucking matters. But AMC, if we say yes to this, you will be in a better position since you've owned AMC stock than you have ever been in your life. Because you're finally giving Adam Aron the ability to pay the debt off at a price and at an amount of shares that is unreal. He lowered the float and can pay the debt off all at once. This is a Merry Christmas. This right here to me is Adam Aron giving you a fucking Christmas present. And if people are too scared to unwrap it, I don't know what to say. Like this, we have to fucking support this stuff. I know you guys are frustrated. I'm frustrated. But right now, this is something we have to back. We have to back this. All right, I'm going back to the the stream chat here. I feel like I've been going off. I keep going off on little tangents. I hope I mean, do you guys understand this? Does this make sense to everybody? I want to make sure everybody understands all of this. Does this plan, like if I was Adam Aron, I feel like this is what he would say is the plan. He pretty much did right here. He gave you part 1. He gave you part 2, and he gave you part 3, which is raising equity at $64. He laid his plan out to you. I'm just here to explain it to you so you can understand the plan. Yes, your average price will go... Yeah, your average price would go up 10 times. Everyone's saying yes, they understand it. Good. I'm glad everybody's understanding it. Now, to me, what this says, everybody's been asking me, and I can't give financial advice. But today, what I did is I bought APE at a discount. And I want the conversion. And I'm personally gonna keep buying APE at a discounted price, and I'm gonna say yes to both. And I'm going to gain value back that way. Now, I'm not saying others should do it. It's not financial advice. That's just what I did today. I'm just telling you one of the things that I did today. Also, I shoveled the driveway. It was super snowy. I ate breakfast. I went to work. And then I bought some more APE at a discounted price. But that's just me. Alrighty. You're still confused? What are you confused about, my friend? Why doesn't AA just say this? Because it's hopium. David, he said it right here. Let me re-say this again. Why doesn't Adam Aaron say this? He says it right here. My plan is to convert APE into AMC. My plan is to do a reverse split. And my plan is to raise capital after I do that reverse split. Adam Aaron just said it to you right there in the press release. Stop being ignorant. Stop trying to be a fucking baby to complain. That's what you're doing right there. Well, why doesn't Adam Aaron say it? What the fuck do you think this is? What do you think a press release from the company is? It's them telling you what they want to do. If you don't want to read what they want to do, David, that's your problem. You said everyone blaming Adam Aaron for every little thing, but then they don't even read step 3. Think about it. How many people have you heard today talk about step 3? How many? How many Twitter accounts today have you heard talk about step 3? About raising? How many people have you heard today saying he wants to also, when it's at $64, he also wants to issue more shares to raise massive amounts of capital? How many of you have you heard? How many have said this to you guys? How many? I'm serious. None. Not a single one has brought this point up. But this point is massive. This point is the biggest deal out of the whole fucking thing. I'm going to do all this so I can go to the hedge funds and say, fuck you. I'll issue it at $64. That's what he's telling you right there. Fine, I'll pay the debt off right here. He says it right here. Since we can't do it the way that I tried, we're going to simplify our capital structure. We're going to do it the other common way. We're going to do a fucking reverse split and then what we're going to do is the common way other people do. Issue shares at a high price. The common way people do it. We're going to do basically an offering. We're going to do an IPO. We're going to do the common way, common structure of raising capital. He literally says that to you right there. Like I said, I literally will sit here and did AA fuck up? You're damn right he fucked up. He could have raised way more money than this. That's where he fucked up on. He could have raised more money. 1,000% right now. Adam Aaron could have raised more money. If you want to be mad as fuck, about Adam Aaron could have raised more money. And instead his plan failed. He tried something and they fucking won. Go figure. But by doing it this way, by converting it back, by issuing it at this price, by making your float now nothing, and now from that point on, other investors, look at how much more attractive this is. Guess what you guys need? Other investors. Guess what? In this situation, guess who's going to start buying? Yep, that's right. Industry, companies, people that start to move the stock price are going to look over at the stock and go, hey, this is a company that's now debt-free. This is a company that has retail 100% backing it. This is a company that has short squeeze potential. Guess what? We can come over and be the company that can fucking buy in on this shit and launch the short squeeze. There you go. You're making this more attractive to other people. The people that fucking matter. Because it's a low float with a high short squeeze percentage and a retail. It has something no other stock has. It has retail. And it has the ability to issue more fucking equity if need be. Like I said, all of this is great. All of this is fucking amazing. Blows my mind. People are like, no, you don't understand it. Go back and watch this entire video. And here's the problem. All the people that complain, all the people that are going to say no, they're going to be too fucking lazy to watch this video. I'm too lazy. I'm not going to watch a 15-minute video. So your entire life, your entire life investment, all your money's into this play, but you're too lazy to go ahead and watch a fucking 50-minute video quick? You'd rather go complain on Twitter? Come on. And like I said, if you're pro DRS, how would you not want this? It's fucking, how much more easier to DRS a float of this size? If you're pro DRS, you should be 100% for this. You should be fucking loving this. Holy fuck, I don't need as many people to DRS now. Each DRS is a bigger percentage of the float. Yes, and that is the other thing. I want people to understand something quick. That is what I was getting into when I got all fucking high. The shorts. And the difference. Okay, here's the common misconception. Shorts have to cover it. And I was wrong about this because I didn't think about it. Okay? When you had AMC and Ape Made and a new cusp ID, what they ended up doing is the shorts, if you had 100 shorts on AMC, you now had 100 on AMC and you had 100 on Ape. Well, what they're going to end up doing now on this conversion is they're going to take the short positions on this and they'll take the short positions over here. When you do the reverse split now, you'll have a new cusp ID. They're now going to have these short positions created under the new one. So they'll now have the short positions under this cusp ID. Okay? So they don't have to cover because that short position will transfer with the new cusp ID and with the conversion and with the split. So shorts will not be forced to cover, but the percentage will stay the exact same. And what it will do is make it harder for them to cover one position. Because again, or to open up new positions, because once again, the average cost will be way higher when this all happens, and the cost to borrow is already massive. With the smaller float, less shares available to short, the cost to borrow will skyrocket even fucking more, making it harder and harder for them to short, but giving Adam Aaron the ability to raise the equity to now kill the short thesis. So I am yes 100% to both. I am yes on the stock split. I am yes to the 10-to-1 ratio. And I'm yes to him fucking issuing new shares. I am yes to him issuing new additional common equity when it's at the $64 price to make my float smaller and to destroy my debt and to raise capital at a price he could have never raised it at before. Adam Aaron, thank you. Good fucking job. Checkmate. Bye. Floyd, if you're voting no to a reverse split, you're an idiot. Sorry. If you vote yes to a fucking conversion and no to a reverse split, you are a complete moron. You just destroyed your entire value of AMC, and now you made it basically fucking pointless. The fucking price will be just cut in fucking half. You'll be had $1, and they'll be able to short it because it'll cost them nothing. Get your head out of your ass, please, or get the fuck off my channel. That's where I'm at with everybody saying. Or go ahead and rewatch this. And if you don't understand it still and are still voting no, sorry, dude, I can't help everyone. But this shit fucking matters. And by you voting no, you are fucking every one of us. With all these steps involved. So I'm trying to read some things. Let's try to see if there's any questions. Let's see a lot of. Exactly. MMTLP is not even close to the same thing. I already went over that. None of these other reverse stock splits that people are using in the past are even close to similar to this situation. They're trying to compare an apple to steak. Well, they're both food. Who cares? Both stocks were in completely different situations. The companies were in completely different situations. Again, they did a split, and it went up to $3, and the cost to borrow was 6%. How easy is that to short back down? Well, our reverse split puts us to $64 at a 50% cost to borrow. Now it's way harder to short that down. It's way more expensive to short that back down. Now, on top of that, like I said, it's not delisting. We didn't get halted for we're not going to get halted for fucking 2 days until the delisting. The crime can't happen at that point because what are they going to do? In the conversion rate? Well, you already know what's going to happen. The value will come back into AMC, and then they already show you the rate. They can't. There's nothing they can do at this point that they can to commit a crime until after all this shit goes through. So that, like I said, this is completely different than MMTLP, where they could commit the fucking crime before it happened by halting it for 2 days and trading the stock in the first fucking place. Like, that entire situation was a crime from the beginning. Like I said, this reverse split, when most companies do reverse splits, it's because they're underperforming. It's because they need to go back up to a price where they're delisting. It's because they're trying to gain more attraction back into their company. But, like I said, most people at that point are just like, oh, fuck it, let me just re-fucking short it. That's what I'm saying, dude. And on top of that, none of these stocks, Cosm, all this shit, everyone's like, oh, what about Cosms? You're talking about plays that were pump and dumps. You're talking about plays that nobody heard of, and all of a sudden they went over and grabbed it because a couple people started talking about them. And you're talking about AMC. It's had a movement behind it for 2 years. There's not a stock out there, not a single one, that is backed by retail like AMC. Nothing's like it. Nothing. I don't care what you're talking about. And again, we're going to be going to $64 at a 50% cost to borrow day one. It's going to go up higher. These are way different situations. How do I trust A to do this? Because he said he's gonna. Because he said he's gonna right there. Dude, I'm not smarter than Adam Aaron. I'm not sitting there like, there's no way I thought of this, and Adam Aaron, this could have never crossed his mind. He's telling me this, and I'm just reading the plan out loud. And then you guys go, well, how do you think Adam Aaron knows this? I know this because Adam Aaron told me this. When I talked about doing the reverse split, just to show you I don't know as much as Adam Aaron did my idea of my reverse split on Ape, and he made it better. He did it on AMC, something I thought I didn't even think about. How fucking smart. You did a 10-to-1 reverse split on AMC, and then you can issue the debt, and then you can issue more fucking shares at $64? What a fucking genius. What a fucking genius! My plan was to fucking do a reverse split on Ape. Oh, great. So we could have went up to $3 and then he could have issued more debt? Or issued more shares? Fuck that. He said, why issue more? Why do a reverse split on Ape and get it to $3 when I can get AMC to 64, issue barely any, and pay my entire debt off? What a fucking genius. He took my plan and made it better. So for everyone going, why the fuck do you think AA's going to do this? Because he outsmarted me. That's why I think AA is going to do this. Because he outsmarted me and then told me word for word this was his plan. Bravo. Like I said, every time they cheat, he goes checkmate. When someone says checkmate and you realize it's checkmate, you can't move again. But these fuckers are moving again. So Adam Aaron goes, alright, if you fucking tool bags are going to take another move, I get to too. Guess what, bitch? Recheckmate again. Now I can just pay our fucking debt off. In a way I could have never done before. Ever. And now what are you fuckers gonna do? You're gonna stick it up your ass. Or I'm gonna for you. Like I said, this is fucking sweet. This is absolutely fucking sweet. Billy, little Billy right now, we gotta do a Billy drawing. Let's do a Billy drawing quick. Little Billy right now. Little Billy's chilling in his bed. Let's get a little Billy here. Let's get a little Bill. Little Billy's in his bed here. He's no, I can't do the X. Billy's all fucked up. You know what I mean? He's not having a good day. Billy's over here. He's struggling, man. He's cranky. Look, he's cranky Billy. He's crabby Billy. He's not feeling good. And the doctors have the IV right here, and it's not hooked up to Billy. He's pissed. He's fucking pissed, dude. And all of a sudden, dude, Christmas time comes. And in through the fucking chimney comes Adam. He goes, you know what, dude? I'm sick of this bullshit. Here he comes with this big-ass bag of toys. And what's he delivering? A reverse split and a conversion. Little Billy's over here going, is that you, Santa Claus? No, it's Adam, changing the game. He's about to make your float smaller. He's about to fucking raise capital at a way that he could have never raised before. And he's going to continuously pay it off at a reduced cost. Little Billy, he's here to save the day. Not only is he here to take you out, he's coming over here at Adam Aaron. He learned operations over here, dude. He's loving it. His bag of toys, turns out it's medical stuff. And Adam Aaron, he's performing surgery, dude. He's loving life, dude. He's smoking, he's having a good time, and he's saving Billy's. He's saving Billy's. Billy's suddenly jacked. He's standing out of bed. Because all the apes said yes. And he's a happy Billy. Well, his eye's all fucked up. He's not happy because he suddenly has a deformed eye all of a sudden. What the fuck was that? Nah, all of a sudden that's crabby. I feel like that's a crabby eyebrow. Let's make him a little happier. Yeah, so he's jacked up. Oh, yeah. Look at that smile, Billy. Oh, is that a fucked up nose? He's jacked, dude. He's even got his ball cap back. And Adam Aaron brought him presents. We're feeling good, guys. We're about to, like I said, we're having a good Christmas. Billy's coming home. Billy's fucking coming home. But like I said, there you go. There you go. There is your plan for everybody that doesn't understand what Adam Aaron wants to do. He wants to take your shares, convert them over, create the new cusp ID with a reverse stock split. By doing this as well, you create a massive amount of value for your new shares that you're suddenly able to issue that you can't currently issue now, which gives you the ability to pay off the debt at a rate you would have never ever been able to do at any point during this entire time we held the stock. Never. Now we can. All while cutting your float in 1/3 and making the stock more attractive to institutions, to other retail investors. And it kills the short thesis in one fucking swoop. At that point, that could cause your short squeeze easily. Cleaned up. Alrighty. I think I'm done. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Does anyone have any questions quick? If not, I'm going to jump in a couple streams and a couple space calls quick. Help spread the word. Help people understand what this is. Because I really, really want us to fucking win finally, guys. 1 ape does equal 1 AMC. And then from the conversion, what's going to happen, because I guess I didn't go over that, which it's super simple, okay? So all ape will convert 1 to 1 AMC. After that, what he wants to do is convert each AMC share, a reverse stock split, I mean, AMC 10 to 1. Which for every 10 shares, you now own 1. What that does is it times the value of your shares by 10. It will also raise your share. Stop, baby. Your average share will also times by 10. But what that does is it gets him the ability to raise that capital and fuck up their world. Like I said, guys, it's a sweet fucking thing. All this is good, and here's the problem. If you say no to one, the plan fails. You need this all. You need to convert. You need the new cusp ID. You absolutely need this. You need this reverse split for the new cusp ID, or you cannot fucking issue new equity, and you cannot raise this capital at $64. It has to be yes to both. It has to be yes to both. Has to. Because look, if adopted, because we have a new cusp ID, now we have the ability to issue shares at the new price. You have to say yes. When we do, like I said, guys, I mean, if you don't believe I want us to win at this fucking point, I don't know how you could trust fucking Al from Boston, Matt Coors. Nobody's ever been able to find a thing on me. Ever. Other than, he's kind of a prick. Yeah, because all day long I have to listen to people that are wrong tell me I'm a fucking idiot. And then they go ahead and show me Al from Boston and bigger idiots. And then they go, well, this show said you're wrong. And then I show them real documentational evidence. And they don't even say, okay, no, it's just, so? That's probably not even right. And then I'm a grifter. It blows my fucking mind, dude. I don't think this is the first time I've came on in 2 days in a row in probably months. I don't ever come on 2 days in a row. The only reason I came on is Twitter was nuts. I don't know if you guys have Twitter, but oh my god, Twitter today was ridiculous, dude. Every single person. This is the end. Every person. Oh my god, he killed the squeeze. Every reverse stock split in the past is fucked. Everything's fucked. Oh my god. And it was catching like fire. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I have people fire Adam Aaron right now. We gotta fucking... Whoa, dude. If anything, this move was intelligent. This might... Like I said, Adam Aaron was a moron with Ape. Dumber than fuck. Dumber than fuck. But at the same time, Ape gave us the ability to do this. Without Ape ever happening, what he has now planned, this plan could have never happened. This plan could have never happened. Ape was about raising capital and at the same time giving him the ability to raise equity after the conversion at a higher rate than he could have ever raised it before. It's all continuous plan, bro. When they move, you have to move back. When you call checkmate and they cheat and move the piece again, you need to fucking cheat and move the piece again too. You need to move your plan. You need to divert fucking course. When the first plan fails, and it failed miserably, Adam Aaron, your plan failed miserably. But you can make up for it right fucking now with this plan. So I don't back the fucker. Everyone sits there and, you're fucking licking his dick on everything he does. Fuck no. Again, Adam Aaron, why the fuck haven't you done merchandise a long time ago for AMC? Why didn't you capitalize on the movement way harder than you did? And some people will say, well, look, make them look soft, capitalizing on a movement to other business and companies. Sure, maybe, I guess. But doing it this way, this way's by the book. You do it this way, you're impressing other companies. Holy fuck. You were able to reduce your debt or your float by a third? You were able to pay off your entire fucking debt by issuing 80 million shares? Holy fuck. That's impressive as shit. Now it's a whole new tone. Does this kill the MOAS? No. This makes the short squeeze for AMC. Saying yes to this makes a short squeeze for AMC a higher probability than it's ever been. Doing all of this, AMC has a better chance to squeeze than it's ever had, in my eyes, ever. Because now you have the ability to cut your float in a third, raise capital higher than you've ever been. What can be better than this? Holy fuck. I can raise capital at 64. Think of how many of you were crying at Adam Aaron. Why didn't you just pay the debt off at 64? Why didn't you pay it off at 72? Now we can. Now we can. Now he fucking can. While lowering the float instead of raising it. Now he can. Sorry, I know I scream and get into this shit, but dude, I want us to fucking win. I want us to just do the right fucking path. Take the right path. We're always at a fucking fork in the road, but for some reason we keep going left. When the fucking right path's right every time. And each time there's a little fucking troll. Whether it's Matt Coors, whether it's Lou, whether it's fucking Al. Yo, come to the left. Come to the left. And you follow them. And it fucking blows my mind. But in good news, let's look at some good news. Little fucking Caroline squealing. Oh my god, is she squealing. She's telling everybody. FTX. Oh my god, she's telling on everyone. She's tattling. Why? Because she's looking at 110 years in prison. And she's talking like a fucking... Oh god, she's singing like a canary. She's singing like a canary. And all of a sudden, this guy he's coming home. He's coming fucking home, guys. This guy was in a space call with us and was so stupid, he said to us that AMC shares were backed, or AMC tokenized stocks were backed 1-to-1 by stocks. He said it himself. I was in there. I fucking heard it. He said it in front of 2,000 fucking people. It was mind-blowing. The stuff this guy was giving out in this. When this guy comes to the United States, this fucking guy will sing like a fucking canary. These two are going to be tattling. Imagine Bernie Madoff, but tattling. Oh, God. This guy's going to tattle on everyone. She's already tattling on everyone. This little girl, have you seen her? This chick watches Harry Potter. Now she's going to be eating some fucking badge in fucking prison because she's going to be some whole bunch of chicks' bitch. This girl is not big. She ain't defending herself at all. This chick's fucking done. Done. Absolutely done. And they're gonna tell, and I'm fucking jacked. I'm jacked, dude. I'm fucking jacked for that. We haven't even seen the start of FTX. Oh, man. We haven't even seen that yet. Just wait, dude. Look at little Billy here, though. Him and AA just hanging out, dude. AA's down here just fucking... He's just chilling, dude. Just gave... He's got a little tummy down here. He's down here. He's just chilling, dude. He's smiling, too. He's like, let's fucking... Let's go. Alright. Dude, of course you can share this video on Twitter, man. Share this as much as you can, guys. I want everyone to see all this information. I don't sit there and say, share my videos or hit the like and subscribe. But this is a video. If somebody's fucking panicking, tell him to watch this video. Tell him to fast forward to about 3 minutes and just watch 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. And if you're not like into the video or if it's not making sense, shut it off. But if it is and it can get you to calm down and make you feel good about where you are at and the plan and the future of AMC, is it not worth taking 5 minutes to maybe 10 to 20 to 30, depending on how, like I said, it's worth all of this. Everyone share this fucking video. For the first time, I'm going to say this. Share this video. We need Twitter to calm the fuck down. I have never seen Twitter. Like I said, I came on 2 days in a row for the first time in probably 5 months, dude. Because I've never seen Twitter this way. Like I said, I've wanted Adam Aaron to do a reverse split, but he did it better than I even could have thought of. Like I said, today I will say, Adam Aaron, you are smarter than me when it comes to business. This was fucking amazing, dude. This was fucking amazing. Good job, dude. My hat's off to you for trying to make up for a mistake you did with Ape. But again, without that mistake you did for Ape, this new plan, which is amazing, would not even been possible. It would not have been possible. Options are going to do the same thing, man. They're going to end up doing, I'm figuring they're going to end up switching them over to under the new cusp ID. I'm sure they'll end up doing the average share or whatever, and then they'll have to transfer them over like they did with the AMC 1 contracts, where you can convert it over. But I mean, that's all I can think that they'll be able to do with the options. It'll all just convert over under the new cusp ID. And that's the thing, like I said, man, doing it this way, this plan for once, Adam Aaron, I don't see a flaw to your plan here. I think it's the best plan you've ever had. To be able to raise capital with $80 million at $64 around, this last line, the last step, to be able to now have the shares that we wouldn't let him have at a price that when he releases them, it's not even going to fucking matter. You won't even notice. You won't even fucking notice. This will be bought in 1 day, and your debt will be gone. Trust me, guys. I said trust me, bro. This is a fucking good thing. And like I said, when this does squeeze, this makes, also on top of all these good points here that this helps, your squeeze will now be more volatile. It can get to higher prices. Why? Because the float is now cut in third. So when your shares squeeze, they're harder to find, and now they'll be worth more. So your squeeze now can go higher with this plan. Adam Aaron also made it to where when we do squeeze, it'll go up. Your squeeze will go higher. It will be way more volatile. There will be less shares out there. Less for them to find when they cover. They will have to go to retail. We'll own the float. They'll have to come to us. So you will have a better squeeze when this squeezes with this plan as well. Like I said, AMC, with all of this new stuff, is in 1,000 times better place than they were. Ever. And if we do this plan and let him fucking sell 80 million, like I said, 100 million, smart dilution is amazing. Smart dilution is amazing. Because when you can pay it off at this and your debt's gone, my God, what happens to your stock price? All of a sudden it's at 100 a share. Naturally, well, it's a lot harder now to hold these new fucking short positions you're going to be opening when the cost to borrow is at 50, 60, 70%, and the share price is now at $100. It's going to put so much more pressure on them. This completely makes your short squeeze chances go way up. Yes to both. Yes to both. Yes to both. Now, everybody who snapped or super chatted me, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm about to join Tony DeNaro's YouTube. There's a whole bunch of people that are going to go in there and discuss this. So I want to make sure, like I said, I want to go out and reach audiences that I'm not reaching right now. We need this to pass. If you want to come listen to the discussion, I'm going to go ahead and post this right here in the chat. This is his YouTube. If you guys obviously aren't able to make the live, here's the URL up here. Or just do Tony DeNaro, because he's going to have it recorded, and then just click on his videos in case you don't want to miss it. But I'm going to get going over there. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope I made you guys understand the plan. Hopefully I made you guys relax. Hopefully I made you guys understand. This is amazing. This is amazing. You should all be happy. Every one of you should be happy. And I hope, like I said, I put this out in a way everyone can understand the plan that he wrote down. I'm not making it up. It's right here. It is right here, step for step. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are all with tons of your loved ones. I hope you're all surrounded. Have a great Christmas. Whatever you celebrate. Thank you so much. I don't think Tony DeNaro's fraudulent. I mean, the thing is, I only associate with people that I know actually dig and have good intentions, and I don't believe Tony DeNaro. I mean, I know he disagrees with a lot of people, but the thing I like about Tony is unless you have documentation, he's not going to sit there and agree with you. He's not going to go over and he's going to tell people, hey, I don't agree with this, whether you want to hear it or not. Those are the type of people that I want to be around. I don't want to be around people that are, hey, we just want to tell them what they want to hear. Or, hey, no. This is why I've been trying to get people to watch this more. Every day I get the same thing. Well, look at all these things you guys have been wrong about. I haven't said any of these things were going to cause a MOAS. For the last 2 years, I've said the same thing. Phase 6, round 9, month 9 to 12, when all of those contracts are grandfathered in, are done, the whole world now will see those contracts. Well, guess what? They fucking hate us. They hate us. They're not going to keep letting us do illegal shit. And all the illegal shit suddenly comes to light. And when all of that comes to light, they're fucked. They're 1,000% fucked. And that will be your MOAS. That will be your MOAS. And I've believed that for the last 2 years. I haven't changed course. I have set one date. And it's the 9 to 12 month. And it's still been the same fucking date. They cannot get away from what's coming from the dark. Look what I showed you 3 months in. $80 trillion came to light. Look at this. From the 3-month period. The 3-month period. Right when Phase 6 started. $80 trillion hidden debt on foreign exchange markets. 80 trillion off held. 80 trillion. Phase 6 is just getting started. This number is going to go up drastically. This is month 3. What the hell is it going to go to month 6? What's it going to go to month 9? Month 12, I can't even fucking imagine. The hundreds of trillions that are hidden. That are fucking hidden. That will come to light because they cannot fucking hide it anymore. And this will be your MOAS. This is your time bomb that they cannot fucking escape. This is why I believe in the MOAS and will always believe in it no matter what. Because no matter how much fucking bullshit they do, they cannot fucking hide this hidden debt that will come out. And the amount that will come out will blow your fucking minds. It will blow your fucking minds. Alright, I gotta get going over there though. I'm gonna be late as fuck. Thank you everybody. Like I said, if you guys want to come listen to this new chat, I don't know, a lot of people like to listen at work and stuff. So if you're gonna come to the new chat here, like I said, it's Tony DeNaro. Go ahead and post this one more time in the link for everybody in the chat. Here you go. If you want to come listen, I will be in there. I'm just going to go let Murph out, and I'll go jump in there quick. So we'll see you guys on there. Thank you.